Hey there, guys! Welcome back to the Queen Studio, and today we have a new episode with new things. When I say new things, I mean like, guys, we've never done story time. So today I want to tell you a story time, alright, guys? But before that, guys, make sure you subscribe, like, and share this video because I really need it. And we need it for motivation for us to bring up new videos, for us to just bring up new content and for us to entertain ourselves, right? Thank you guys for the support so far. I love you. The Queen loves you, right? So guys, welcome to the Queen Studio. And yeah, this is all about, okay, it's a crazy one. It's my encounter with Utumishi kwa Wote. When I say Utumishi kwa Wote, I really mean the men in blue, the police. So guys, this is how it was during curfew time around 2020. Yeah, it was in late 2020, right? I don't know if the curfew was at 7 or 9, but then guys, this is it. So my cousin came to visit me with his girlfriend, right? They came around 6 5 ish, 6 5 ish there. So I was expecting them, right? But since I used to live around Zimmerman, yeah, those who know Zimmerman, around Kamiti Road. So this is what happened, right, guys? So my cousin came with a girlfriend, right? And forgive the noise, it's the kids outside. So my cousin came with his girlfriend, and I cooked for them, and we had dinner, right? So it was around 8. I think curfew was at 9, if I'm not wrong. So we had dinner at 8, and then my cousin was like, "Yo, it's getting late. Let's go before curfew time." And I was like, "No, bro, chill." If for those of my viewers and those of my followers who've met me or who know me, like me Jul, like yo. So my cousin was like, it's almost curfew time and I don't want to go to jail. So let's to syndikize, like walk us out as we go so that we can reach home early enough. And I was like, no bro, just chill. So we're just talking, telling stories, and yeah, we're not even watching TV. It was just stories because the girlfriend, it was her first time in Nairobi, so she was just being shown around like the best cousin, I am. I was the best cousin, so I was the first to see the girlfriend and so on. So after dinner, we're talking, we're laughing, we're just catching up, some snacks. And yeah, it was past 9 before we knew it, past 10 before we knew it, past 11. Yo! And my cousin was like, bro, and they couldn't sleep at my house because, if you live in solo, the bed is 4 by 6 or 3 by whatever. It's just a one person bed. So I was like, okay. It was towards 12, and I was like, let me walk you out now. So I put on my shoes and they got ready and we walked. As we were walking, we got into a certain corridor. Those who know Zimmerman has so many corridors actually. So my cousin, I, and the girlfriend were walking. So I was like, let's go through the corridors. Let's not walk on a straight lane because the police mostly go through straight lanes. So I told my cousin, let's walk between the corridors to be on the safer side. Then we did that. My cousin really trusted me in that matter. So we walked, and then when we got to a certain junction that connects certain corridors, like a three-way junction. So my cousins, we saw this Probox look-alike vehicle. I don't know how it's called, but it's more of a Probox and not a Probox. Then there were three guys there and a Maasai. Then my cousin was like, yo, those people look like police. And me with my Rohoju, I was like, yeah, bro, they can be police in this corner. And my cousin was talking like that and he was going, like he was moving back, some steps back. So I was like, bro, no, that can't be a police. Then he was like, yo, girl, those are police. And I was like, no. And I started walking towards them, Rohoju. So as I walked towards them, those people, they were like, I think walikuwa wanatupima because a few steps ahead of them, then they were like, yo, simameni hapo. I was like, kwisha mimi. My cousin is always so scared of men in blue, so he was like, then they were plain clothes police. They were plainclothes police. So we stood. Me, I was like, oh my god. Then my cousin was shivering. The girlfriend was shivering even more than us. Yo. So the man was like, nyinyi ndio mmeamua kuvunja sheria, and I was like, oh my god, this is that day. This is that day. I've never been to a jail, but now I'm going to a cell. I'm going. And so we were so scared. So my cousin was like, he wasn't talking. I was down like, oh, afande, tata napeleka hospitali. I had to put in my drama festival actions, you get? Like, I wouldn't let my certificate for drama festival just go like that. So I started like, I was the only one talking. The girlfriend was freezing. My cousin was freezing also. So I was the one to talk because this was my era. Then the guy, one of the police was talking too much. He was like, nyinyi ndio mmeamua kuvunja sheria. And I was like, afande mkubwa. I was so humble. I've never been that humble in my whole entire life. So it's like, mkubwa, ni vile tu napeleka hospitali hata mimi ni mgonjwa. I had to bring my tone down like, yo, I'm very sick mkubwa, I'm very sick. Then the guy was like, kama mnaenda hospitali mnaenda wawili. And he was like, kama mnaenda hospitali mbona msiite taxi or something. And I was like, afande tumetoka tu hiyo hospitali hapa, so something like that. So I couldn't even remember the name of that hospital that we had left behind, you get? So the guy was like, apana. Then they opened the boot. I was like, man, kwisha mimi. So when they opened the boot, and we were still negotiating when the other one opened the boot. Then I was like, yo, mkubwa, atutarudia tena, wacha tu nifike nyumbani. And my cousin was like, yes mkubwa, wacha tu tufike nyumbani. Then the girlfriend was like, afande, atutarudia tena, ni kwa leo tu tulikuwa tunampeleka hospitali. Me, I've started like, and it was corona time. I was like, and my eyes were, I started like, you know, there is this facial that I put when I'm pretending to be sick. So I put it, all of it, for them to be convinced that I was sick, and these people were taking me to the hospital. But these people were tough. Man, police are a hard nut to crack. Ouch. So I was like, and you know what? I started becoming so helpless. My body, I started like, I was the sickest person on the surface of the heart. You know what? And they were just like, no, apana. And I was like, afande tafadhali, wacha tu anipeleka hospitali. And the guys were like, apana, wewe kama ni mgonjwa arudi nyumbani. Hawa wawili ndani. Then my cousin and the girlfriend, they were put in the boot. You get? And the boot was still open, but they were put in the boot. Then one police sat next to them for them not to escape. And my cousin, I know very well, he can't escape. He really fears the police. And most of all, he fears the bullet. Who doesn't fear bullet anyways? So I was left out there, and they insisted, wewe enda nyumbani. And I was like, bro, I was like, I'm finished. Then I was like, afande nitaenda aje nyumbani na mimi ni mgonjwa. Then they said, let us call your Masai to take you home. I was like, mimi sitaki nipelekwa na Masai. Mimi nataka nipelekwa na cousin yangu. I don't trust those Masais. So hapo, you know, I'm sick. I'm trying to gain courage to talk to the police because I really fear them. I really fear the police. I fear the police. And I'll repeat, I fear the police. So I had to, I was acting sick. I was acting strong. I was acting courageous to talk to the police. Like, I was all in one, you get. Then the guy was like, they called a certain Masai, not the one who was with them, another one who was chungaring a certain plot, who was guarding a certain plot there. Then he was like, Masai, peleka huyu msichana nyumbani, hawa wawili ndani. Then they locked the boot. To me, they were going with my cousin, you get. And the closest police station, I think, is Kasarani police station. So I was like, bro, what will we tell people out there? What will we tell our peros? You get? So I told that Masai, I told that a policeman, no, I don't want Masai to take me. I'll go alone. So in here, they started the car. They got in the car and they started moving, yeah? At the back of my mind, I was like, if they need money, my cousin doesn't have money. If they need money, my cousin's girlfriend doesn't have money. Personally, I don't have money. So me, I started walking towards my home, yeah? And my cousin, boom, the car drove, right? So, so as the car drove, I was walking home. Then, apparently, on getting to a certain main road, the car passed me. And I was like, yo, these people are just chapali. Oops. Those people are just chattering around here. And I was like, okay, if this is the case, then I can't go home. Let me try saving my cousin. Superhero cousin moment. So I followed the car. Like, I was like, I know those roads, most of them in Zimmerman. I know that, like, if you pass through this road, you come out from this road, you come through this road, something like that. So when the police car, when it passed to a certain road, I went towards the opposite direction and we met. So every corner they came out of, they met me there. And the afande was like, msichana utaki kwenda nyumbani, tukuweke ndani. And I was like, afande sio hivyo. Mimi siwezi fika nyumbani peke yangu. Huyu cousin yangu, huyu brother yangu ndiye ananipeleka nyumbani. And I was like, and he was like, okay. Umeamua kutusumbua. And alikuwa like, until they removed the rungu and they were like, msichana nimesema ende nyumbani. Bro, I couldn't afford to be beaten by the police with my tiny skin, you get? So I just stood, and they stood also there, and they said, ukona ngapi? I was like, ouch, bro, I only have, between me and poverty, I only have myself. I only have myself between me and poverty. If I was to sell anything to save myself, I'll simply sell myself. Yeah. So in there they were also asking my cousin, ukona ngapi? And my cousin was like, afande mimi sina kitu. And my cousin's girlfriend was like, afande tuko tu hivi. And they were like, haya tuendeni Kasarani. I was like, kwisha sisi, like, how can they go to Kasarani? How can they go to Kasarani? So at that time, my cousin had 1,500 in his phone, and the girlfriend had 1,200 in her phone. Sorry. So they had to send the police this money for them to be safe, right? So it was just a crazy ordeal for us. Like, even after sending the money, they were still taken to some few laps. You get? I didn't see my cousin till the next day. So when the police car disappeared, because apparently that time that they were sending the money, a plot close to mine, because that's where we met the last time that they were asked to send the money, a plot next to mine, there was this lady who was fighting with the husband. It was the lady fighting with the husband, I don't know, and the husband's brother and the lady's sister, and it was just a family shamble, you get? So the police, they started concentrating on that issue also. So mine was minor, that was the major one, because someone had been stabbed, I don't know, cut. It was a crazy night. Yeah, so they left, like, I think, yeah, there were 3 police. So 2 remained, then 1 went to the car, took my cousin, I don't know, to somewhere, God knows where. So I remained there, I was watching the drama, like, msichana hutaki kwenda nyumbani. I was like, yo, kama mlikuwa mnishika, mngekuwa mmenishika, plus sina pesa, mtanichukua tu. Like, I was telling myself, I couldn't talk to the police like that. Duh. I couldn't talk to the police like that. So they remained there, the 2 policemen, and I remained there also next to the plot, because people were outside. So I was like, if you start catching people here, you won't start with me, definitely. You'll start with the one you're close to, and because people are there, so I gained courage to stand there. And my cousin was taken to God knows where, my cousin and the girlfriend, but they didn't go to Kasarani. They weren't taken to the cell. I think they were taken to the, because the next day when I talked to my cousin, he had reached home well, because that night he couldn't pick my phone. I tried calling him, he couldn't pick my phone. I think he was in shock, because that guy really fears the police, man. He really fears the police. I don't know. I just don't know him. I'm more courageous than him. So the next day when I talked, because I had to wake up pretty early in the morning, go to his place and make sure, like, yo, are you safe? Because you can't trust people nowadays, mostly the police. You can disappear in a blink of an eye. So yeah, they got home safe, thankfully. I didn't spend money because I didn't have money, but they gave out 2,700, of which that was payment for their freedom. Because who likes cells? No one. Who likes to pee in the bucket? No one. Who likes to, we call it caca, we call it poo in the bucket? Man, no one. Who likes to stay hungry? No one. Who likes to sleep on the floor? No one. So those are all characteristics of a cell. Man, I don't like cell. I've never been to a cell, so help me God never to go to a cell. And yeah, guys, that's it. My encounter with the police, it wasn't easy, but I had to put in my drama festival characters. Like, I had to make my drama festival teacher proud for once. I had to put it into action to save my life, to save myself from going to cell, you know. But anyway, that was it. These people ain't shit, man. The police ain't shit. It was crazy. It was, man, Corona time was a crazy time for me. Guys, that's it for story time. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed it. And you can also tell me through the comment section what you experienced with the Utumishi Wote with the men in blue, right? So guys, this is the Queen Studio. Thank you for always being here with us. Thank you for always following up with our stories. Thank you for always watching our videos. And you know, we have so much for you. Today, tomorrow, and every other day to come, we're back to stay, guys. We are back like we've never been here. Like, we're so fresh in here. So the energy, you can imagine the energy, guys. Thank you for being supportive. Thank you for supporting the Queen Studio, and see you next time, guys. Love you. Ciao.